Alright guys, I'm going to be cleaning my suppressor for the first time. This is the Whisper Strike Lifesaver 22 can. I did buy the Breakthrough Suppressor cleaning kit. This is an off-the-shelf kit. I got this at my local gun shop. Shout out to Lee County Firearms. So I'm going to unbox the kit, take the suppressor apart, and walk you guys through the process. Here. Oh, we have a tray. We've got a tube, suppressor cleaning tube right there. We've got our big bottle 16 fluid ounce suppressor cleaner. We'll put that right there. We've got 2 sets of wire brushes, and looks like we got some little type of pick and a plug. Alright guys, now that we got the Breakthrough suppressor cleaning kit unboxed, we're going to unscrew our tube. We've got our suppressor on standby. We've got our kit here. And what we're going to do, so step 1 is we're going to stick the suppressor inside of that tube and then pour the solvent inside of that tube. Now, quick tip that it doesn't tell you on this sheet, that the guys at my local gun shop were friendly enough to tell me, is that this little plug here is actually for the bottom of your suppressor. So what you can do is you can put this in the bottom of your suppressor and then just fill your suppressor up with solvent from the top. That way you're not filling this entire tube up with this solution, because this solution, guys, is not cheap and you probably want to try to preserve as much of it as possible. So with that being said, I'm actually going to try it that way and just plug my suppressor and then just fill my suppressor up with the solvent instead of filling this entire tube up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew the solvent here. Alright, got the lid off, so now I'm going to put this over the tube and just going to pour it inside of the suppressor. Fill it up to the top. Oh, okay, we're overflowing a little bit. Wow. So that was definitely significantly less. As you can see, if I would have filled this tube up, I would have basically been wasting almost my entire bottle of solvent. So with that being said, that is quite impressive. So we'll just let that sit in there, just like that. We're gonna let her sit. It says she's got to sit for at least 6 hours. So it says 6 to 24 hours. So 6 on the low end, 24 hours on the high end, depending on how gunked up it is. So we're just gonna let her sit in there, and we will come back after the time is up. Alright guys, so it's been about 24 hours. I'm going to take the suppressor out and follow the next few steps. So I believe all we really have to do now is just go ahead, take the suppressor out, and then rinse it, and then use this brush if need be. So let's see how dirty the solvent is after I pull this plug on here. So it's been sitting for maybe even over 24 hours at this point. So I'm curious to see how dirty the solvent's gonna be. So let's pull the plug, and then I'm gonna let the solvent kind of, ooh, Jesus. Well, it's a good thing I had a mat there. Wow, okay. So as you can see, guys, that's black. Like, it's just straight up black. It looks like grape Kool-Aid. So it definitely seemed like it effectively got a lot of the residue that was inside the suppressor. So now let's take her apart and then take her over the sink to rinse her. Go ahead and get my tools, take her apart. If you're watching on YouTube, I actually can't show this part. Oh, okay. I am very glad that I have this mat. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at my fingers. I mean, that's just coming out of there. So this solvent is definitely effective at loosening up that nasty residue. So I'm actually gonna wipe her down real quick here with a paper towel before I do rinse it, because it is dripping quite a bit. So let's just go ahead and wipe her down real quick, at least from the outside, so I can get it pretty clean. Okay, yeah, look at that. I mean, all of that is coming off the suppressor now very easily too. And sometimes I think this can actually reduce weight as well. I was talking to one of the guys at the local gun shop, and he actually explained to me that he saw one guy clean a suppressor that was very, very dirty, and it took like an ounce off the weight of the suppressor. So that's significant when you take into consideration these things usually weigh somewhere between 5 and 6 ounces for a 22 long rifle can. So, you know, that's a significant amount of weight, and as you guys know, the weight of the suppressor is kind of what affects your accuracy with it on and off and your point of impact change, because the barrels do move. So let's run this thing under some water and get her nice and clean. Alrighty, we got her at the sink, so I'm going to place my paper towel down right here and then place the suppressor. Alrighty, so let's rinse her out. I got hot water warming up right now, so just gonna rinse her out. Oh yeah, you can see all that carbon fouling coming out of there. Let me go ahead and clean this part. Oh yeah, you can see all that black carbon coming out of there. Now, I don't know if these brushes will work with the suppressor I have, because this is a 22 suppressor. This definitely looks like it's made more for like a rifle can or something like that. So I actually don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try it. I just don't want to get it stuck. It doesn't look like it's gonna work very well on the one that I have. I can twist it in there, kind of going that way, but I mean, again, that's not gonna be able to push it all the way through. So but we can clean like the ends of it, or at least that end. Kind of clean the threads out, and voila, there's your suppressor, good as new. So if you can't see through the hole, it definitely looks a lot cleaner, even just looking down it. I mean, the thing looks pretty much spotless now. So if you're wondering how to clean your suppressor, guys, that's how you clean your suppressor, at least one way you can do it. With these type of suppressors, there's a few other ways you can do it, such as like an ultrasonic cleaning device or something like that. However, this is one of the cheaper ways to do it. So you can just go to the store or go online, buy a kit, or just buy the solvent. If you already have a container to drop it into, pour the solvent down in the suppressor, plug the bottom, and let it sit for about 24 hours. After you're done, rinse it. Put it back together, throw it on your gun, and you should be pretty much good to go. I can tell you right now, just looking at it, it is a lot cleaner. Even the baffles inside the suppressor look a lot cleaner, a lot less gunked up. So very happy with the result there. And if you're wondering how you clean your suppressor, there you go. And that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.